Hello to everyone. In this video, let us discuss periodic classification. How the elements are classified and what are the properties of the elements and how they will vary in a group and in a period. So first, what is the need of periodic classification? So today we are having so many elements in periodic table. That means 118 elements are there. To study the properties of each and every element, we should need a proper classification. So for that purpose, different scientists given different type of laws for which one that elements in the periodic table. So the first law was nothing but law of triads. So what is law of triads? See here. Who proposed this one means Daubernier proposed this, which one here, this law of triads, and he observed that a set of three elements having almost same properties, and he observed that atomic weight of the middle element is average of the other two elements. So like that he observed some triads. So examples of that triads are here. First one, lithium, sodium, potassium. Second one is, which one here, calcium, strontium, barium. And third one is chlorine, bromine, iodine. So in these elements, in these triads, in the first triad, lithium, sodium, potassium almost having same properties, and sodium atomic weight is average of lithium and potassium atomic weights. So he observed some triads like this. But of course, it is not applicable for the remaining elements. So this was ruled out. And then the second law was proposed by Newlands. What is that law means? Law of octaves. Law of octaves means what here? Newland arranged the elements in increasing order of their atomic weights. Newland arranged the elements in increasing order of their atomic weights, and he observed that a given element is having similar properties with eighth element followed by it. So example here, first lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, potassium. So that means like a music note, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. So the eighth letter and first letter are similar in that musical note. Like that only, the given element, any given element is having similar properties with eighth element followed by it. That means lithium, after that seven element, the eighth element followed by lithium is which one? Sodium. Lithium is having similar properties as sodium, and sodium is having similar properties as potassium. And also in this case also, beryllium and magnesium. Magnesium is the eighth followed element to which one? Beryllium. These two also having similar chemical properties. So like that here, eighth element is having similar properties with a given element. So but after that potassium, for the remaining elements, it is not perfectly suitable. So this law also taken out, ruled out. Okay, then after that, Lothar Meyer that plotted graph in between which one? Atomic volume and properties of the elements. So this scientist obtained the atomic volume as the ratio of densities and molecular weights. By that he gained that atomic volume, and he plotted graph in between properties like melting point, boiling point of elements with the atomic volume, and he observed there is a regular gradation in the properties. But in this case, he observed there is a long range that application. Of course, not for 3 elements, not for 8 elements, not like that. He observed that the relation is having somewhat long for the so many elements. Okay, then after that, Mendeleev's periodic law. So what is Mendeleev periodic law? See here. According to Mendeleev's periodic law, the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic weights. Physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic weights. First, let us know what is the meaning of periodicity or a periodic function. So, for example, a certain property or a certain thing, if repeated at certain regular intervals or certain fixed intervals, that property is said to be periodic property. So, what is general example? For example, today, if today is the Thursday, exactly after 6 days again we can get a Thursday. So, Thursday is the day, repeat for every 6 days. So like that, if any property repeat with a certain or regular intervals, that is known as periodic property. That means Mendeleev observed that when elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic weights with a certain regular intervals, not certain, with a regular intervals, he observed the repetition of the similar properties. So, what he stated here, physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic weights. So, in this Mendeleev periodic table, there are only 63 elements are present. So, it is known as a short form of periodic table. And in his periodic table, some horizontal rows are there. Those are called periods. Horizontal rows are known as which one? Periods. And vertical columns are known as groups. Okay. These groups are subclassified into again two subgroups, A and B. And in the periods, first 3 periods are short periods, remaining periods are long periods. Long periods also classified into two rows, those are called series. Each long period divided into again two series. And here one more thing, this Mendeleev periodic table not only particular about atomic weight, he considered the properties of elements also. So not only particular to the atomic weight, he concluded that means he included that which one properties also to arrange the elements. And for example, if for any element the properties corresponding to that element are not not as per expectation, he left blank in that place. So I repeat again. For example, if he want to arrange one element in a particular place, but if the properties of that element are not as per he expected properties, he left a blank in that place. So like that, there are total 3 blanks in this short form of periodic table. Of course, he didn't propose the name of element, but he proposed the properties of that element which is to be later detected. So, he named those elements as Eka boron, Eka aluminium and Eka silicon. Nowadays, Eka boron is nothing but scandium, Eka aluminium is gallium, Eka silicon is germanium. That means he already discovered that he proposed the properties of these elements, but he just given the name as Eka boron, Eka aluminium, Eka silicon. And one more important thing here, in his periodic table, some pairs are called anomalous pairs because to arrange that element as per their related properties, in some places that periodic law is violated. What is periodic law? Actually, we have to arrange the elements in increasing order of their atomic weights. But due to related to their properties, in some places, some disturbance is observed. What is that here? Example, argon, potassium. Argon atomic weight 40, potassium atomic weight 39. So as per Mendeleev periodic law, potassium should come first, then argon. But to place them according to their properties, he arranged argon first, potassium next. So that means here that periodic law is violated. So such type of pairs are called anomalous pairs. Total 4 such anomalous pairs present in short form of periodic table. First one argon potassium, second one cobalt nickel, third one tellurium iodine, fourth one is thorium protactinium. So these 4 are called anomalous pairs present in which one? Mendeleev periodic table. And then he corrected the atomic weights of some elements like beryllium, indium. So he corrected atomic weights of beryllium and indium using which formula here? Atomic weight equals to equivalent weight into valency. So this is regarding which one here? Short form of periodic table. Okay, then we have to go for another which one? Modern periodic table. But before going to modern periodic table, we have to concentrate on Moseley's experiment. So Moseley proposed that instead of considering atomic weight, if we consider atomic number of an element, that means as a prominent thing, more number of, that means most of the properties of elements are more depends on atomic number rather than atomic weight. That means he given one formula also, root nu equals to a into z minus b. What is nu here? That is the frequency of X-rays, and here z is atomic number. So the when any metal or any element is ignited or subjected to some radiation effect, some X-rays are that means released from that element. Now the frequency of that released X-rays is now depends on moreover on which one? Atomic number rather than atomic weight. So he proposed, that means he modified that Mendeleev periodic law with respect to which one? Atomic number. So now what is that periodic law means here? The physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. And of course later it is again modified as which one? The physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their electronic configurations. So like that, later Moseley suggested that it is better to arrange the elements in the periodic table with respect to their atomic numbers rather than that atomic weights. So based on that, Niels Bohr constructed modern periodic table, and modern periodic table is considered as which one? Nothing but graphical representation of Aufbau principle. So as per Aufbau principle, here that periodic table also filled with elements. So it is considered as graphical representation of above principle. So now let us see what are the groups and periods present in modern periodic table. So let us see here. Modern periodic table contains total 7 horizontal rows. Those are called which one? Periods. 7 horizontal rows are there, those are called periods, and 18 vertical columns are there, those are called groups. 7 periods and 18 groups are there. In that 7 periods, let us see what are the 7 periods here. First period contains only 2 elements. What are those? Hydrogen and helium. As it is having only 2 elements, it is called very short period or shortest period. And then second period, what is the first element in second period? Lithium. And the last element is neon. Here 8 elements are there, known as first short period. Known as first short period. And then third period. In third period, first element is sodium and last element is which one? Argon. Here also 8 elements are there. It is called second short period. And come to fourth period. In fourth period, first element potassium, last element krypton. Here 18 elements are there and it is called first long period. And then fifth period. In fifth period, the first element is, we know that hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, like that we have to write here, no need to by heart them. Rubidium and here xenon. Now here also 18 elements are there. Okay, here total how many elements? 32 elements are there. Sorry, 18 elements are there. It is called second long period. It is called which one? Second long period. Next come to sixth period. In sixth period, what is the first element? Cesium. Last element is radon. Here 32 elements are there. This is called longest period. And in seventh period, now here the first element is francium. Of course there is no last element. So it is called incomplete period. That is called which one? Means incomplete period. So like that, in periodic table total 7 periods are there. The elements present in their respective periods 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32, and this is last one is incomplete period. Okay, then another thing also we have to learn regarding that periods. What are the subshells filled in each and every respective period? What are the subshells filled up? So let us see what are the subshells filled up here. In first period, 1s subshell is filled up, and in second period 2s and 2p. In third period 3s and 3p subshells. In fourth period 4s, 3d and 4p subshells. In fifth period 5s, 4d, 5p subshells. In sixth period 6s, 4f, 5d, 6p, and in seventh period 7s, 5f, and we can write here 6d. So these are the subshells filled in each and every period. So like that here, modern periodic table contains total 7 periods and these are the subshells filled in each and every period. Okay, then total 18 groups are there, that is vertical columns. So vertical columns are called which one? Groups. So that modern periodic table is having total 18 groups. In that 18 groups, 8 groups are said to be A category and 10 groups are said to be B category. 18 groups are there, 8 are said to be A and 10 are said to be which one means B category. So this is regarding which one? Modern periodic table. And here naming of elements. What is the formula and what is the rule we have to follow to name the elements? So what is the need to propose a particular rule to name the elements means one problem is there. What is that? For example, element atomic number, element with atomic number 104. What is the story of this element means both American and Soviet Russia at the same time claimed for the credit of discovery of this element, and Americans named it as Rutherfordium and Soviet Union that named that as Kurzatovium. So like that there is which one quarrel in between them to name that element. So to avoid this problem, IUPAC proposed one naming system for that higher atomic number elements. So what is that rule means here? 0 numerical is should be named as nil, 1 as un, 2 as bi, 3 as tri, 4 as quad, 5 as pent, 6 as hex, 7 as sept, 8 as oct, 9 as n. So now here, for example, if you want to name 100 atomic number elements, as per this IUPAC rules, 1 means which one? Un. 0 means nil. Again 0 means nil. We have to add IUM. So unnil nilium. So if you want to name the element 104 means, what is its name? Unnilquadium. Unnilquadium. So if you want to name 106 elements, unnilhexium. Unnilhexium. So like that we have to give the naming for elements with atomic number more than 100. Okay, in our next video let us go for which one here, what are the periodic properties of elements. Okay, bye.